Welcome to the second in the tutorial series regarding Lightroom. This is again under the DSLR Tutor banner. So the first video clip we talked about how we import images from a card or from a camera. Second way we can import is actually from a folder. So if you have images on your hard drive existingly which you wish to import into Lightroom, then this is how you do that. And it's actually a simpler way, in fact, and it's actually the preferred. I tend to use this manner myself. So generally what I tend to do is I tend to import my images straight from the card into the folder principle that I use on my computer, and then I import those images into Lightroom. And it's a little bit of a simpler interface. Choice is yours, obviously, which way you do this. So first thing I need to do is I need to open up Lightroom, which I've done, and then click on the import button, which is here. When I do this, it's going to ask me where do I want to import from. I don't have a card plugged in, so what I have to do is I have to select source. So what I'm going to do here is click on here, and I'm going to go other source, and here you go, this is actually my last location. So in the previous video I actually downloaded my images to this folder, so I've created one already. So literally I'm selecting pictures 2012 07 July Lightroom exercise, and literally all I have to do is just click on choose. When I do that, there we go. Now again, it's taking a little longer to refresh these two for some reason, but never mind. So those are all the images I wish to import, and they're all selected by default. So again, the same applies with regards to previously. If you want to select all the images, this is how they're done. If you only want to select a few, then it's better to either detick them in accordance, and again when you do that they will grey out accordingly and you get kind of a vignette and it's greyed out. Alternatively, if you want to deselect a few of them, it's best to go uncheck all and then obviously select the ones that you want to import. And again, you can do that in series just by pressing the shift key. Should I say selecting the one first of all, pressing the shift key and then selecting the last one, they're all selected. Alternatively, what you can do is you can press the control key and go through and obviously select the ones that you want. Should I say the command key rather than the control key? It's actually command on the Mac, like so. And then just select one of them and then they'll all be selected as in the ones you've done. So I'm going to go check all. So on the left hand side here we have obviously where we're importing from, and this is only going to show add. So there's not move, there's not copy, there's not copy as DNG. You're adding from your existing location to the catalogue. What we've got here is obviously to my catalogue, which is the Lightroom catalogue, that's fine. Render previews, again it's recognised what we had last time, which was standard, which it should be on. I always recognise that. Don't import select duplicates. Again, if the images are already existing the catalogue, then these will be greyed out, so it won't allow you to import selected duplicates. And that's obviously if we tick this box. Make a second copy too. Again, this is de-ticked by default because we can't actually save this to another location because they're already on the hard disk. So hence the reason why that is not ticked. Develop settings, again you can apply these just like we mentioned in the first video, which was related to importing from a card. You can choose obviously to use one of these develop settings, and right down the bottom here we go, I've got some which I've already created, but if this is the case I'm not going to use these. If you're doing a portrait shoot, and as you can see here, these pictures here are of a model called April, so what I could do if I'm doing some more pictures of April, what I could do is I could go to develop settings, and I've actually set up a sharpening algorithm April for her skin type, which is actually very good. Portrait sharpening April. So when I do that, if all the pictures were of April, then as I imported them they would be sharpened to the preset I had set up previously. There are a couple of images here. These two here, in fact, are shot at high ISOs. This is at 4000 ISO. So if I'd have shot lots of images at 4000 ISO, I've actually set up a preset for noise reduction for that. So I could have selected ISO 4000. When I do that, it's going to be done automatically. But in this case, I'm not going to choose any of those. Metadata, I'm going to choose obviously my DSLR Tutor preset, that one there. And keywords, I'm not going to add any keywords at this point. So other than that, it's a fairly clean interface. So now again, all I have to do literally is click on import. When I do that, as you can see, it's going to import the images. And dare I say, from the hard drive, it's much quicker than importing from the card. So there we go, rendering previews. All the images are now in the Lightroom Catalogue. So that's the end of the second video.